How would Luffy's journey through the One Piece change if he ate Eustace Kid's devil fruit? With the power of the Jiki Jiki no Mi, he would be able to control static electricity and use the powers of magnetism that come along with it. We are going to say that he will proceed at the same rate as Kid did. So what are the most noticeable changes in his journey? He would honestly speedrun through most villains from the start like Arlong, as it would be much easier to defeat villains using his repel ability and burying them alive with all the metal in the area. The place where the first obstacle would be present is in Log Town, and honestly it would play out in a pretty similar way since the Jiki Jiki no Mi is still a paramecia type devil fruit. But one advantage is that Luffy would still be able to attract Smoker's weird sea prism infused weapon and quite possibly use it to fight against him. But most likely we would still need Papa Dragon's help. An interesting fact is if Luffy gets on that execution podium, then getting struck by lightning will most likely kill him since he doesn't have the power of rubber to insulate him, but he can just repel the sword. Do you think Sea Prism Stone falls under the category as a metal that Luffy can manipulate? The first major boss that Luffy will encounter is Crocodile, and this fight is just a big loss from the start, but what Luffy has that Kid doesn't is a unique fighting style, and after he discovers that water can harm him, then he would probably build gloves that release water routinely. This genius invention would probably get him all the way to the enemy that you guys consider unbeatable. Enel in Skypiea, who probably has the devil fruit that Luffy by nature had the most advantage against. Considering how explosive Enel's devil fruit is, I would say this would put to the test even Luffy's endurance, considering he one-shotted all the Straw Hats. But a move that he can develop is static electricity to short-circuit Enel's electricity, making him human until he can reboot himself back up. Now, is this enough to win? I'm gonna say yes, because if he can survive being thrown in the woods when he was 7, then this should be fine. Now, apart from this, the other important thing that would happen is that Luffy would probably lose to Foxy, but we can't win them all. NES lobby would be by far the most interesting, considering the Puffing Tom would most likely be disassembled by Luffy's antics. But once again, the power of Repel would be pretty devastating on Rob Lucci. From this battle, we are going to say that Luffy awakened the power to use Punk Rotten, much like he awakened Gear 2 and 3. Personally, Captain Kid is not that great of a user, and under the hands of someone like Yuffie, he would probably utilize this devil fruit in a much better way. In Thriller Bark, he would have an advantage considering he could use Punk Rotten's size to deal more damage to ores and make it easier to take down, and apart from this, he might actually win against Magellan, as he can use tons of metal to defend against the poison and just throw objects using repel or just literally throw them. Since Magellan is not a Logia type, he would still be affected. Comment down below any fight scenes I missed and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.